So welcome back again. We're in Morrison, Colorado today, and we're finishing up some grout touch-up on some veneer stone. And the last video we showed you how to use the grout bag, and we finished up this little section right here. So next we're gonna use our little grout stick here. This is just basically a broomstick cut down for about a foot, and as you use it, you'll get a little point on it, and that's kind of what you want, because then you can kind of do a tuck point, basically. Same as a tuck point on brick when you're doing masonry grouting for brick. Same type of thing. They make metal tools for this, but you can just use a round broomstick. And basically what you're doing is you're pushing that grout all the way up in there and creating a seal. And you want that as tight as can be, so no water or ice get in there. And so you're using this stick here to basically clean up the excess and push the grout all the way in the back. So that's kind of what we're doing with our little stick here, is we're just creating a nice grout line. It's a little cool today, only about 65 degrees, so we're not in the sun anymore, so the grout is taking a little while to dry. So we might have to let it set up just a little longer in some areas. You don't want to knock it out. If it's still too wet, it'll kind of just fall out. Not like it's supposed to. So some of the areas, this is pretty much just right. But use this stick. You can use the other end to get the bigger sections of grout out, the excess. So basically we just go along all of our lines here, nice broad strokes like this. Use a little pressure, put some pressure on it to push that grout up in there, create that nice seal. And again, just get all the excess grout out of there. You don't want to leave excess in there, because once it dries, it's really hard to clean out. And you don't want to have to come back over and over again. This is kind of a two-step process with the grouting. You put the grout in, let it set, and then clean it out. And if you do it right and you're consistent with your cleaning, you shouldn't have to come back to do any touch-up. Every now and then you'll see a little hole you want to touch up, fill in, but it's better to get it all done at once so it creates a nice seal. And also keep in mind the look of the grout line. You want the grout to come out just about a quarter of an inch behind the veneer stone. In this application, that looks real good, real consistent. So again, just tuck it back in there, fill in all your holes, get all the excess out of there. You can go over it a couple times just to make sure you're getting all the excess grout out of there. And once you're done doing that, you just work little sections here. Like I was saying in the last video, I like to work about a 3 foot by 3 foot section. Concentrate on that section so I get it nice and clean, nice and uniform with the grout lines. And again, remove all the excess while it's still a little bit wet. What I like to do is take a nice little brush like this and brush it all off real good. And I actually get it in the grout line, so smooth the grout line out just a little bit. And this way you can check for any imperfections, any holes that you might have overlooked. And this also helps get the excess grout out of the grout line and out of your way, so it makes your cleanup a lot easier. So again, just making sure I'm getting all the excess out of the nooks and crannies before it hardens, so I don't have to come back and do that again. And making that grout line look nice and smooth and consistent here. So that's about it. And I will shoot one more video once this project's complete so we can show you the finished product. of what the grout should look like around the veneer stone. So thanks for joining in, and we'll see you next time.